You are listening to the AI World Podcast, your trusted source for the latest innovations, insights, and trends in artificial intelligence, blockchain, fintech, and decentralized technologies. Each episode features expert interviews, engaging discussions, and in-depth analysis of how AI transforms industries worldwide. Stay ahead of the curve with the latest articles and exclusive reports from the AI World Journal, covering everything from emerging technologies to industry breakthroughs. For more news, global events, and access to AI World Society circle gatherings, visit us at aiworld.tv. Don't forget to subscribe to stay informed, stay connected, and be part of the AI revolution with AI World Lounge. Thank you for listening.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to cut through the noise and get you informed on the topics really shaping our world. Today we're taking a deep dive into something genuinely transformative. Artificial intelligence in banking. And this isn't just a small tweak. It's a fundamental reshaping, really, of how banks operate. I mean, we're talking about a market expected to hit, $64 billion by 2030? Yeah, growing at something like 32% a year. It's massive.
Yeah.
And it touches everything, spotting fraud, customer service, even handling complex regulations. So our mission today is pretty straightforward. Give you a clear, concise understanding of this huge shift.
Absolutely. And what's really striking, I think, is the speed. AI has gone from maybe an experiment or a pilot project to being absolutely essential. It's core now. It's not a nice to have anymore. For banks, it's about survival and growth in today's financial world.
Okay, right. So let's unpack this a little. What exactly makes AI so indispensable now?
Well, you can see it tackling some of the industry's biggest headaches, right? Banks are using it to detect and stop fraud with really impressive accuracy. It's boosting customer satisfaction through hyper-personalization. We'll definitely get into that. And it's automating these incredibly complex compliance processes. That's a huge efficiency gain. Plus, cutting operational costs maybe up to 30%, and reducing human error, which is always a factor. And, really importantly, it's helping extend financial services to people who were previously left out globally. Then there's optimizing investments, managing portfolios, and, of course, beefing up cybersecurity against, constantly evolving threats.
That's exactly it. And we're seeing real results. It's not just potential benefits. Banks that jumped in early, they're reporting measurable improvements, sometimes up to 20% better operational efficiency, and similar gains in customer satisfaction metrics directly because of AI. When you connect that to the big picture, it's really about agility, building trust through better service, better security, and just driving innovation across the board. It's becoming table stakes.
Right. Let's get into how this actually looks in practice, because this is where it gets really fascinating. Take advanced fraud detection systems. You've got machine learning algorithms crunching millions of transactions in real time. And the accuracy is often quoted at like 95% or even higher. A great example is JP Morgan Chase's Koyan system, contract intelligence. This AI reads commercial loan agreements in seconds. And that task used to take up, apparently, 360,000 hours of lawyer time every year.
Wow. 360,000 hours.
Yeah.
That's staggering.
It really is. And then you have MasterCard's decision intelligence. That AI looks at over 150 data points for every single transaction to figure out the fraud risk in milliseconds.
Just milliseconds. Incredible speed.
Exactly. And the key thing is these systems spot tiny anomalies, subtle patterns, things a human analyst might just miss. So it cuts fraud losses way down, but also reduces those annoying false positives,
Right.
when your legitimate card gets blocked.
It's a fundamental shift, isn't it? AI as the first line of defense, really changing the definition of speed and accuracy.
Absolutely. And that core idea, understanding patterns, predicting behavior, it goes way beyond just security. It's changing how banks actually talk to you. Think about chatbots and virtual assistants. They're not just simple Q&A bots anymore. They use natural language processing, NLP, to understand what you're saying, and sentiment analysis to get the feeling behind your words. Like Bank of America's Erica. Handles over 50 million users. It gives personalized insights, helps pay bills, manages budgets.
Yeah, Erica's a big one.
And Capital One's Eno, it gets complex questions, warns about duplicate charges, can even negotiate payment dates. And the result? We're seeing customer satisfaction scores jump by as much as 35% compared to, say, calling a helpline.
What's really compelling there is they're becoming proactive, aren't they? Not just reactive. They anticipate needs, offer help before you even ask. That really changes the whole customer experience.
And it's not just about talking to customers. AI is also completely rethinking how banks decide who gets credit. We're moving into this era of sophisticated credit scoring using alternative data. AI allows for much more accurate and, frankly, more inclusive assessments. It looks at thousands of data points, way beyond just your traditional credit report. Take Upstart, for example. Their machine learning model looks at over 1,600 variables, things like your education, your job history.
Well, not just payment history.
Exactly. And they report 75% fewer defaults compared to traditional models at the same approval rate, which is pretty amazing.
That is impressive.
And then in emerging markets, you have companies like Tala. They use data from smartphones, app usage, texts, behavioral patterns to offer credit to people who are completely unbanked.
And that brings up a really crucial point, doesn't it? How AI can potentially democratize access to finance. But, institutions still need to manage their risk properly. It's a balancing act. Leveraging new data, yes, but doing it responsibly and equitably.
Then there's the investment side. Advanced predictive analytics and tools, they're really democratizing wealth management, making sophisticated advice accessible beyond just the super rich. You have platforms like Wealthfront. AI optimizes your portfolio based on market shifts, tax rules, your own risk tolerance.
Robo-advisors have really taken off.
And Betterment. Their algorithms rebalance portfolios, do tax loss harvesting, adjust things based on a market or, big life events. And importantly, they use all this historical data plus real-time market sentiment to give you personalized recommendations at a tiny fraction of what a traditional human advisor might cost.
These aren't just automating tasks. They're putting genuinely sophisticated financial strategies into many more hands. That's a powerful shift.
And let's not forget risk management and compliance. This is huge for banks. AI is transforming compliance. It used to be just this massive cost center, right? A burden. Now it's potentially becoming a strategic advantage.
Definitely less of a purely reactive function.
Exactly. Look at HSBC. They brought in AI for anti-money laundering AML. It cut their false positive alerts by 50%, while actually improving detection of real suspicious activity.
That reduction in false positives is huge for operational efficiency, less wasted time.
Absolutely. And Danske Bank, they use AI to monitor billions of transactions every day. It identifies these really complex financial crime patterns that would be almost impossible to spot manually.
It comes down to that power of advanced pattern recognition, network analysis, spotting anomalies. It just takes so much manual work out of the equation and, frankly, does a better job in many cases.
And one of the most, I think, impactful areas is financial inclusion, using AI to bridge that global gap. We're talking about helping banks serve the, 1.7 billion adults worldwide who don't have bank accounts.
It's a staggering number.
It is. And AI helps make it viable by using mobile data, digital footprints, local behavior patterns. Like in India, some banks use AI-powered voice recognition in different languages, different dialects, to help people in rural areas, maybe with lower literacy rates.
Breaking down those communication barriers.
Right, and in parts of Africa, you look at M-Pesa. Their AI algorithms analyze mobile money transactions to offer microloans to small business owners who just don't have a formal credit history.
This isn't just charity, though. It's good business. It unlocks entirely new markets. It fosters economic growth, challenges old ideas about creditworthiness, really expands finance's reach.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of the why and the what. The applications are clearly powerful. But the big question for banks is, how do you actually do this? Successfully implement AI.
Yeah, that's the critical next step. And it's really fundamentally about strategy. It's not just buying technology. What we see leading institutions do is start smart. Identify high-value use cases first. Things like fraud detection or maybe customer service chatbots where you can get a quick, measurable ROI.
Makes sense. Show value early.
Exactly. Then you absolutely have to build a solid data foundation. That means strong governance, ensuring quality, breaking down silos. Data is the fuel for AI. Talent is another big piece. You need hybrid teams, AI specialists, working alongside people who deeply understand banking, the regulations, the customers.
Right, bridging the tech and business divide.
Precisely. And you need agile ways of working. Pilot programs are key. Test things rigorously, learn quickly, then scale across the organization. Establishing cross-functional AI centers of excellence can really help coordinate all this, bringing tech, business, compliance together. And finally, partnerships. Working strategically with fintechs, tech providers, that can speed things up. But banks need to be careful to maintain control over their core capabilities and, crucially, their customer data.
Okay, that sounds like a solid roadmap. But let's be real. It's not all smooth sailing, is it? What are the big hurdles? Well, you mentioned data. Data quality and integration. That's still a massive challenge for many banks. Legacy systems, siloed data, inconsistent standards. It's messy.
Very messy, often. Decades of different systems cobbled together.
And regulation. That's a big one. AI is moving so fast, the rule books are struggling to keep up. Regulatory uncertainty is definitely a factor. Then there's explainability. Regulators want to know why an AI made a decision, especially for loans or fraud flags. And explaining those complex black box models, that can be really tough.
That black box problem is a major focus area right now.
Plus, finding the talent. There's huge competition for AI specialists. Banks are competing with tech giants, startups. Everyone wants them. Integrating with those old legacy systems we mentioned. Technically difficult and expensive. And maybe the biggest one, change management. Getting the whole organization, the culture to shift towards data-driven decisions. That takes real leadership and effort.
You're absolutely right. These are significant challenges, and it really raises the question, how do banks navigate all this complexity? How do you keep pushing forward with innovation without getting bogged down or taking unacceptable risks? And increasingly, the answer seems to lie in prioritizing responsible AI. It's not just an ethical obligation anymore, it's actually becoming a competitive advantage. Because with the incredible power of AI comes, well, immense responsibility. You have to use it wisely.
Building trust.
Exactly. Building trust with customers, with regulators. Institutions that prioritize ethical AI are finding it pays off. So what does that mean in practice? We're talking about principles like algorithmic transparency, making AI decisions explainable, especially critical ones like credit or fraud. Ethical data usage is key. Privacy by design, getting real meaningful consent from customers, comprehensive bias mitigation, actively auditing AI systems for unfair biases, demographic, socioeconomic, and having diverse development teams help spot those issues early.
Makes sense. Different perspectives catch different problems.
Precisely. Then there's proactive regulatory alignment, working with regulators to shape sensible rules. And finally, keeping humans in the loop. Appropriate human oversight for high-stakes decisions. Clear ways to escalate issues. You see banks like DBS in Singapore setting up dedicated frameworks for this. Ethics review boards, fairness testing, customer transparency initiatives.
So it's doable. It requires deliberate effort.
It does. But the point is, ethical AI and business success, they aren't opposing forces. They actually go hand in hand.
So looking even further ahead, what's next? What's on the horizon for AI and banking? Because the pace isn't slowing down, right?
Not at all. The next wave could be even more disruptive.
Yeah, I mean, we're starting to hear about things like autonomous financial agents, moving beyond just reacting to actually proactively managing your finances for you, executing strategies, negotiating rates, optimizing your whole financial picture.
Sort of like a personal CFO in your pocket, powered by AI.
Kind of. And then there's real-time ESG risk assessment. AI analyzing environmental, social governance factors to judge the sustainability risks in investments or loans. That's becoming huge.
Hugely important for investors and regulators now.
And hyper-personalized financial planning that's constantly evolving, adapting automatically to your life events, market changes, your goals, maybe even pulling in data from your fitness tracker or smart home.
That level of integration is fascinating.
And AI-enhanced cybersecurity. Systems that predict and respond to threats in real time, using techniques like federated learning, where models learn from shared data without the raw data ever leaving its source, protecting privacy while getting smarter.
That's crucial for collaboration against cybercrime.
And maybe the most mind-bending one, integrating AI with quantum computing, potentially allowing for financial modeling and risk calculations that are just impossible today. Think derivative pricing, complex portfolio optimization.
Quantum is still further out, but the potential impact is immense. What's really compelling across all these frontiers is how they'll further blur the lines, between tech companies and traditional banks. It promises unprecedented levels of service, insight for everyone involved.
Wow. Okay, so it's clear AI's impact on banking is already enormous, and it's only accelerating, from keeping your money safe to helping it grow to bringing financial services to people who never had access before. It's profound. Hopefully this deep dive has left you feeling, well-informed, certainly.
Yeah.
But maybe also a little amazed by the sheer scale and speed of the innovation that's happening right now.
Definitely. And maybe a final thought to leave you with. As you think about all this, consider how these AI advancements might reshape not just how banks work behind the scenes, but how we as individuals fundamentally interact with and even perceive our own financial lives in the years to come. It could be a very different relationship.
The future of artificial intelligence is unfolding, and it's happening at AI World Week, the flagship global event for innovation, collaboration, and transformation. This flagship global AI event is designed to connect visionary leaders, trailblazing entrepreneurs, and influential thinkers to explore the endless possibilities of AI. Experience groundbreaking technology that redefines industries and inspires progress. Join thought-provoking discussions on ethical AI, digital equity, and the transformative role of technology in our world. Build meaningful connections that catalyze innovation and drive impact. AI World Week is powered by AI World Society, a global movement dedicated to advancing AI responsibly and ensuring it serves humanity. Together, we're shaping a smarter, more inclusive, and equitable future. Continue your journey beyond the event with the AI World Journal, offering expert insights, in-depth analysis, and the latest trends shaping the AI landscape. This is your opportunity to lead, to innovate, and to transform the world with AI. AI World Week. We invite you to join us and embrace the AI revolution.